All my life, man, I had an issue of being a leader. Man, I ain't want to be no leader. But I can't be a leader to others if I ain't no leader to myself. And truth be told, I think I did quite well leading myself. But, you know, you can only lead yourself so far because you still need a team. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, what I'm saying is I have to see myself such as that leader. You know what I'm saying? I have to identify the leader that I want to be, the CEO, the president, whatever, however I want to define it. I got to start defining who I am as a person instead of asking people who I am as a person. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we get so caught up in the fact of, man, all I can do is fail this, fail this, fail this. But truth be told, we more than failures. We actually have more success than failure. You know what I'm saying? We actually have more success than failure. But it's just when we fail, we allow that to define us because we feel like we should know better. But at the same time, how are you going to chastise yourself with the limited information that you have in order to fail or make a mistake? And just because you fail, that don't necessarily mean you fail. That just means you just lack information. We all have to improve the information that we need in order to make better decisions. So I come to you guys tonight to inform you all that you have to see yourself in ways that you never saw yourself in order for you to grow. In order to see yourself in ways that you never saw yourself, you have to give yourself information. We have to challenge ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We truly have to challenge ourselves for the greater good, for a better result of the person that we want to become. We can't wait for people to tell us it's okay to change or improve or do something different. No. You got to say so over your life. You know what I'm saying? You got that. But we acting like we don't because we give our power away to too many things. But at the end of the day, you just got to ask yourself how you want to define yourself. Define yourself and take your power back. That's the only way you're going to succeed. Oh, yeah, also with God's help. You feel me? Saying at the end of the day, I believe that I only got this far because of God. You feel me? I'm not churchy or nothing like that. You feel me? I just feel like, the relationship that I have with God, that's the only reason why I'm standing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like every exit was an opportunity that God can develop me. You feel me? Now I ain't trying to convert nobody. I'm just telling you my story. And I can't sit up here. It was a scripture, right? That I think it was in Matthews. I don't know where it was, but it was in Matthews, if I'm not mistaken, in the biblical terminology, right? And the scripture said, why are you worried about the next person when they got a speck in their eye, but you got a whole log in yours? And also, the scripture has stated that I'm paraphrasing. The scripture has said, how can you love me when you don't love your neighbor? So, again, y'all, I'm just coming from an understanding that I know, you know what I'm saying? And basically, it's like, to me, it's like, how can I believe in God without believing in myself? To me, that's hypocritical. Because if God gave me the necessary tools that I need to go along with his alignment, right? Is I'm denying some of him because of some of whatever God is because of the fact that I'm denying not to believe in myself. Nah, man. Me personally, I got to stop doing myself like that. If God can create me and believe in me, I should be believing in myself. Not in no, I'm not trying to say, I'm not trying to say, don't believe in God. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if I believe in God like I do, I need to start believing in myself. And I need to trust in the fact that whatever He doing in my life, that I'm going to be okay, because shit, I know I just said shit, but anyway, I can't deny the person that He made me become in life. You feel me? It's like if I deny the person who He made me become in life, it's like I'm denying Him in a way. You feel me? Because He already did the unstoppable with me. It's no way possible that in my mind I should have made it through what I went through. And everybody been through something. You feel me? But whatever you went through or whatever you experienced, don't let that define who you are or write a narrative of who you are. Now, player, you define who you are, not the experience. The experience is only there to teach you, to develop you, not to break you. But sometimes that pain and that pain hurts so bad, whereas it actually can start changing you. You know what I'm saying? It can change you in a way where you can't even identify yourself no more because that pain hurt that deeply. You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, that pain can be beneficial as well too. Just like when somebody go to the gym, when you do them, you know, them pumps, you feel me? Your muscles hurt. Man, them muscles hurt. You be like, man, I ain't doing it, but it's growth in that hurt and that pain when it comes down to that muscle. Like somebody told me, you can work out your body, but you can't work out your mind or your spirit. I said, yeah, man, that do make a point. But I ain't trying to, get too off. Overall, what I'm trying to explain is you have the power to define who you are. Stop giving that away. And also, you have to see yourself in a such way, whereas you have to see yourself in a way, whereas, I can do it. You got to define who you are. You know what I'm saying? And define yourself to a high standards where nobody can bring you down. You know what I'm saying? So overall, what I'm trying to say is you do have the power, but who you giving the power to? That's the question.